1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey guys, Janice Pelicano here. Welcome to Anatomy and Physiology of Human Movement. This morning, I'm going to discuss the impact of exercise to the nervous system. Before I start the discussion, let me first define exercise. Exercise is a physical activity that enhances health and fitness. The term exercise encompasses healthful activities from the gentle like walking or lifting light dumbbells to the strenuous like marathon running, speed swimming, or martial arts training. The nervous system consists of the brain, spinal cord, sensory organs, and all of the nerves that connects these organs with the rest of the body. Together, these organs are responsible for the control of the body and communication among its parts. The nervous system can be divided into two separate systems, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. It is important to know the difference because they have two different purposes but work in collaboration together. The brain, spinal cord, and the nerves of the body make up the central nervous system, controls the majority of the functions of both the body and mind. The peripheral nervous system is made up of all the nerves and nerve cells that are external to the central nervous system. The function of the peripheral nervous system is to relay information from the central nervous system to the rest of the body, and from the body back to the central nervous system. The peripheral nervous system can be down into subdivisions, the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system can also be referred as the voluntary component of the peripheral nervous system. This is how movement is brought about with the use of the skeletal muscle. The autonomic nervous system can also be referred to as the involuntary component of the peripheral nervous system. Certain essential processes in the body are regulated by the autonomic nervous system, such as the blood pressure and rate which we breathe. The autonomic nervous system can be further divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system activates what is often known as the fight or flight response. This basically refers to how the body deals with stressful situations. The parasympathetic nervous system, on the other hand, is referred to as the rest and digest system. It helps the body to conserve energy by slowing the heart rate, increasing glands activity, and relaxing the muscles. What are nerves? Nerves are collections of specialized cells known as neurons. The nerves carry signals from one area of the body to another. The neurons send signals through thin fibers in the body known as axons. There are three different types of neurons, and each has a unique functions of its own. These are the sensory neurons, relay neurons, and the motor neurons. Sensory neurons take signals to the brain and the spinal cord all the way from our sensory receptors. The sensory receptors are cells in the body that can detect changes in the external environment, prompting them to send electrical impulses to the relevant area for a response. Relay neurons responsible for taking messages from the central nervous system to the parts of the body that need to receive that signal, such as muscles or glands. Motor neurons transmit impulses from the spinal cord to skeletal and smooth muscles, and so directly control all of our muscle movement. So now, how do exercise impact the nervous system? We all know that exercise is a physical activity that enhances health and fitness. The term exercise encompasses healthful activities from the gentle like walking, lifting light dumbbells, to the strenuous like marathon running, speed swimming, and martial arts training. Exercise benefits the nervous system by engaging in regular physical activity has been shown to have a beneficial effect on the central nervous system. There is also evidence to suggest that there are recovery advantages to those who have their motor functions affected by illness or injury. The short-term effect of exercise on the nervous system are primarily in relation to the neurotransmitters. Signals are sent to the neurons in the brain and hereby the potential to retain information begins to develop. The long-term effects are more concerned with how pathways for oxygens are enhanced and how muscle growth is stimulated. Aerobic exercise is thought to be the most beneficial type of exercise for improving the capacity of the overall nervous system. This type of exercise has great potential to improve cognitive activities on the whole and can be especially helpful for children as they develop. Exercise affects the brain in many ways. It increases heart rate, which pump more oxygen to the brain. It aids the release of hormones, which provide an excellent environment for the growth of brain cells. Exercise also promotes brain plasticity by stimulating growth of new connections between cells in many important critical areas of the brain. Research from UCLA even demonstrated that exercise increased growth factors in the brain, which make it easier for the brain to grow new neuronal connections. To sum it all, exercise helps keeps our brain healthy by promoting blood flows to the brain and supplies the cell with oxygen and nutrients. In addition, it seems boosts brain hormones that help keeps your focus, lower memory damaging amino acids, and prevents or possibly reverses the natural brain shrinkage that begins in middle age. It also helps your brain with chemicals that make you feel stressed and anxious. So that's all for today's discussion about how exercise impacts the nervous system in anatomy and physiology of human movement. I hope that you've learned something in this discussion.